The Redmi Note 13 Pro Plus 5G is a 2023 edition smartphone. Alright, now it's 2025. Is it still worth buying or still worth keeping the Redmi Note 13 Pro Plus 5G, or should we just get the Redmi Note 14 Pro Plus 5G? Okay, first of all, that is one long name. Okay, so the screen is a 6.67-inch display with... Okay, so the screen is an AMOLED display with 1800 nits of peak brightness plus an HD display. And this has a Corning Gorilla Glass Victus. So the screen is fairly scratch resistant and very solid. So in terms of the spec sheet, this is a very bright, super bright screen. And we have a very nice viewing angle plus the sharpness quality of the screen. Although we have a little bit issue when it comes to the display, because when we're viewing the display or we're watching something, binge watching on an anime or a series, the edge of the screen or the edge of the phone receives some reflection from the light. So at times we were able to see a little bit of reflection when we're watching series. Yeah, so it's a little bit annoying at times actually. Then we also tried outdoors. So I was riding a motorcycle when I've tried this. So I had my helmet on with and without the shades for the sun. So I had my cell phone as well with max brightness under the sun's super bright light or super sunny day. And we can barely see the screen. So it's like we can see the screen 50% instead of that max brightness level. And because this was a AMOLED display, so the AMOLED display is quite reflective. So the screen became a little bit dark. So we couldn't really see the screen that much. Yes, we can see some if we adjust the angle of how we can see the smartphone, but the screen is really dark. Yeah. So it was reduced up to 50%. So we can also see the directions that we are going to. It's a little bit difficult to see what was going on with the directions. Now, for the performance of the phone. So we have the MediaTek Dimensity 7200 Ultra. And I gotta say that it has that performance that it's not gonna lag. It has great performance in terms of multitasking, opening multiple windows at the same time, editing, opening of apps, many apps, multiple apps, and use almost everything actually. And yes, I have tried maximizing the performance. Yeah, it was quite nice. And although I had this one instance that I wonder why. Yes, we can play games. The 7200 Ultra is a fairly nice gaming chipset. Yeah, we can also play games at a very nice graphics level. So I tried it in HOK and I tried the ultra resolution. So when I tried the ultra resolution, at first it was nice, it was smooth, it was sharp. Everything is there. Graphics quality is also very nice. Fine. And maybe because it was at that time I was also charging my phone, that in the middle of a clash, when we have so many characters there, it somehow lagged a few seconds. It lagged or it stuck a few seconds, then it fixes itself. Yes, It's for a few seconds, then it fixes itself. Then once we enter again a clash, it lags again. Yes, that is very consistent. Then we also have the battery. The battery is pretty solid. So we tried experimenting this. So we started from 8 a.m. then finished at 2 p.m. So we've turned on mobile data, Bluetooth, GPS. Then I've also opened multiple windows. So I had 2 windows on my screen, and the brightness is super bright. And yes, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. So that is 6 hours. Then we still have 25% remaining. So I could still use the phone. I could still do some I still have some juice, which is quite nice. So the battery is super solid. Then we have the charging. So we have the 120 watts charging. And yes, what I could say is that wow, that is a one big battery. As in super fast charging for the phone. Yeah, that is in 30 minutes it can reach almost 100%, which is quite nice. Then for the camera, okay, so the camera, we had a little bit of an issue with the camera. So there's that 200 megapixel main camera, but we can only view the photo on the phone. So the 200 megapixel photo, we can't really pass it along to somebody else or some phones or a different platform. One, because the photo, when they download it, it becomes a regular photo. And even if we try downloading this or uploading this at Google Drive, it can process, but the output is still the same. They can only get the regular photo. They can't experience what we've seen on the Redmi Note 13 Pro Plus 5G, which is kind of a waste of feature. And yeah, it's a waste of feature actually. The 200 megapixel is there, but if we can't use it, then it's pretty much useless, because they can't download it as well. They can't see what we can see on the 200 megapixel photo, which is the super zoom image. So they can only view it just like a regular photo. So they can't really experience the same thing that we see on the Redmi Note 13 Pro Plus 5G, which is quite a bummer. Then for the camera itself. Okay, so the camera itself, I'm not sure if it's just because of the May 2025 update that it had some issues. Back then in 2023, when I had these phones, when I had the Redmi Note 13 Pro Plus 5G, the photo is really good. I mean, it can take good quality photos, great quality photos with super nice detail, good color accuracy. Then it's also not too much saturation. But then in 2025, this May, it did some, I think the May 2025 update or minor update had messed up the camera for some reason. Yes, the camera became dull, boring, and sometimes fake, and too much saturation. And I've also take the same shot on the other phone, which resulted in a more nicer quality photo compared to the Redmi Note 13 Pro Plus 5G, which is why I don't know what happened. But yes, if we compare the two photos, we can definitely see that the Redmi Note 13 Pro Plus 5G is a little bit dull, boring, and sometimes unappetizing compared to the other one, which has that very appetizing texture and the bright lights It's not too much, just the right amount. And yes, while they have different chipset and price is also quite a large gap. So yeah, and Xiaomi needs to do something about this. So what do I think? Is it still worth it in 2025? Yes, this is still worth it, and let's see if there will still be improvements. Let's wait for a few months if we can see if this will have some updates. Yeah. So let's see. So see you guys in the next one.